Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sack to the Future. Once again, I'm Vinny Vincent, and tonight it's the showcase game from Week 16. The San Diego Chargers against the New Orleans Saints. Now, before you say anything, I know what you're going to say. New Orleans didn't exist in 1964, and you're right, they didn't. But if you've been following Sack to the Future, you know that they are a showcase team. And the San Diego Chargers they're a semi-pro team, the Saints, and the San Diego Chargers are the showcase team, the team we're following, the team we are concentrating on. They were the AFL's best record, had the AFL's best record of any team not controlled by a human in 1964. Sack to the Future. So that's why I'm showcasing them. Anytime they played against a computer, you get to see their games right here. I'm Vinny Vincent, and this is Sack to the Future. Now, real quick, while we're getting started, I'm the only one on the channel tonight, so I can say whatever I want to say. I can talk about whatever. And that's just what I'm going to do. In just a few minutes, I'm going to give a shout-out. I did one on John M's channel earlier. I'm actually going to give two shout-outs because I'm going to do the one that I did on John M's channel. I'm going to reiterate it here on my channel. And then I have another special. So we'll give a few minutes to get some people in, see what's going on, and then get this game started. And let me put it in the playlist. There they are, the 1964 San Diego Chargers, who in real life won the AFL Western Division and faced the Buffalo Bills in the AFL Championship game. Earlier on the John M channel, as he was playing the Pittsburgh Steelers game for Week 16, we were talking about where the real money should be going nowadays, and not to the athletes and the Hollywood celebrities. The real money should be going to the unsung heroes, the front line, the first responders, but he also brought up the authors, because there is an entertainment value. Reading books was the first form of entertainment in the world. And outside of a few mega stars like Stephen King and James Patterson, a lot of authors don't get the credit they so richly deserve. And that's what got me thinking. I was like, you know what? I know an author. And I'm going to give her a shout out because she deserves it. And I did on that, and I'm going to do it again here. And that's to Amy Nicole Tangle. I think I might have mispronounced her name earlier. Tangle. Either way, it wasn't that when I was growing up. But, there, Mr. World Changer. We'll talk about you in just a second. But let me finish a shout out to Amy. Amy wrote a book called Hello Sunshine, A Caregiver's Unexpected Journey of Love and Loss. And you can also find her website, and let me bring it up, The Human Interest Story by Amy Nicole Tangle, where she talks about the same kind of people, the same kind of situations that she went through. A few years back, her mother was diagnosed with a rare blood disease, a form of cancer, and she tells the journey about her and her family and what they had to go through as their world was turned upside down, as they raced to try and find a cure against time, balancing giving her mother the best possible care while being a full-time working mother as well. Amy has 2 children and ends up being faced with devastating circumstances as Debbie lost her battle, and it was the unfortunate aspect of this. But Hello Sunshine, you can be found on Amazon for $13.95. It's a great read. It's a quick read. In today's day and age where people need some inspirational material, Amy definitely has that. Mr. World Changer, somebody else I want to talk about. Here's another friend, a guy I grew up with, same small town that Amy and I grew up in. He was there too, just small northern New York, not a lot going on back in the 80s, so we all became real close. And what he is now doing is he has set out on a campaign to help people, and you can find his website at MrWorldChanger.com, as I've recently put it in my favorites. And if you don't mind, I'd like to read a little bit from your front page, your splash page, so people can know where to find it. Let's see. Give him a chance to respond. I don't want to read without permission, but either way, you can go to MrWorldChanger.com and see what he's got going on, and it's a fantastic story what's happening with him. And let me give you a little background on how I met Mr. World Changer. I got to get this game started. Okay, let's go Super Sim, Speed slow, jump forward to end of game. Okay. So as the Chargers get set to kick off. Okay, hello world. This is from his website. I'm just reading his words. MrWorldChanger.com. Hello world, my name is William J. Hewitt. I am helping people. We deserve it. I have an idea that starts with my wooden creation and ends with me helping as many people on this planet as I possibly can. Let me attempt to explain why and how. And he's got several videos up on his Facebook page and more. You can read more about it on his website. And for Mr. William J. Hewitt, who I know as BJ, it is a great endeavor that he is expanding into. And I think it's definitely something that deserves our attention, and I want to just give a small shout out. And in the coming weeks here on VinnyXWolf, I'm going to be doing my first interview with Amy Nicole Tingle, and if that goes off successfully, Mr. World Changer will also hopefully have time to sit down and talk to me and discuss his plans and his vision on how he plans to change the world. Yes, Bradley, I did see the playoffs are expanding. I'm not sure I like it, but I don't hate it. So it's more football. I mean, either way you look at it, it's more football, and that's a great thing, especially in this time right now where we need sports. So the Chargers, they're 9-6, 10-5 going into this. They are still fighting for a playoff spot. Looking at the Saints starters, named John Lemakowski, King Saul. Originally started out as biblical names. They've switched away from that as they've done transactions and have some retirees. The San Diego Chargers, a real team in 1964. They were the AFL Western Division champions and went on to face the Buffalo Bills in the championship game. And what we do here at Sack to the Future, for those of you who are new, like Mr. World Changer, is we edited the Madden rosters back to a time of days of yore when football was actually real football and real men played the sport. And we have an interception. We have an interception by the Chargers, and the ball's going the other way for the San Diego Chargers, and that would be Mittinger, number 82. Let me bring his profile up real quick here. Bob Mittinger in his third year out of Penn State, also drafted by the Washington Redskins. But there are four of us, Phantom Fighter, Tears89, John M., and yours truly, who are attempting to replay the football using the best we can with EA Sports. And for those who miss live sports, where video games are a release and a chance to get out there. And there is Big Cat Ernie Ladd, leader of the San Diego Chargers, and will one day go on to fight Andre the Giant in a wrestling ring in the 70s. Okay, so John Hadel back to pass. He's going to throw that stupid wide receiver screen that never works in the video game, and it is immediately tackled for a loss of 3. Jerry Robinson on the reception. And a look at the play again as number 41 comes up and plants Robinson as he was running backwards. Oh, and thank you, by the way, BJ, for complimenting my radio voices. As Tears89, one of my partners, calls it the dulcet tones of Vinny Vincent. And I'm not sure I know what that means, but yeah, I'll go with it. This pass is complete to Lance Allworth, Bambi, and it'll be enough for the first down, a 19-yard reception, and Allworth is over 750 yards receiving. Yeah, it's something that the guys, the Sack to the Future, the cast and crew, come up with about 3 years ago. We've done some other... Oh, it's sad to see you go, Mr. Taylor. You have a good night, and we hope to see you on future broadcasts. It's something we came up with. Now, each channel is a little bit different in its concept. I am more sports-based and more historical fact-based. Tears89, he is the Angry Man podcast. He a very colorful broadcast. If you have sensitive ears, it might not be the channel for you. John M. is the political side of things, and I must warn you that we are a conservative brand of politics. We do not get into it very often, but when we do, we make sure we back it up with facts. And then Phantom Fighter, the ratings guy, the guy who's in charge of making sure these players play as authentically as possible. He's another good guy to give you historical facts, and he brings about the Wisconsin, Midwestern, Michigan, Illinois, he's somewhere in that area, brand of football knowledge. The Midwest, as they call it. I'm from the Northeast, as I say on this channel, north of Toronto, New York, because if you look at a map of New York State, most people concentrate on New York City. Well, if you go look up, way above, up near Canada, you'll see a region called the Upstate, and it is technically north of Toronto on the compass, so that's where we are. Somewhere in there, somewhere in the wilderness, north of Toronto. As the Chargers move right down the field, John Hadel is in the shotgun. He's back to pass, and he's going to get hit, and he is dropped. Now, this game, BJ, is different from normal. Usually you'd see me playing the game from the first-person perspective, but the Chargers are not controlled by a human. They are one of the few teams that we showcase. I have two, the Chargers and the Vikings for 64, and it was Nikita Khrushchev on the sack. And Terrors 89, he'll showcase the worst team not controlled, which would be the Jets in 64. There were 22 teams between the NFL and the AFL, so 10 teams, the Saints are one of them, are made up of Easter eggs. As you see there, Nikita Khrushchev made the sack. He was the premier, the dictator, for lack of a better term, of Russia at the time. And he did not play football. But when we started out, I went through and I named all 10 of these semi-pro teams, these teams that didn't exist, under Easter egg names. People I know happen to be on the Atlanta Falcons. The Saints started out, the offense was biblical names. Jesus Christ was the quarterback at first, but he got injured, and Sean Gallegos, now a retired veteran, former New York Jet, was taken over. And the defense was made up of serial killers, so we had the Saints and the Sinners. But again, the computer does roster moves, and we make sure the names are have some kind of historical accuracy. We edited the look, so the helmets are the Riddell TK. Here's a look at the defense for the Chargers. Earl Faison, Ernie Big Cat Ladd, and Bob Petrick up front. The linebackers, Chuck Allen, Emil Karras, Frank Buckham, and Bob Bittinger, who had the interception. And on defense, or the secondary, Speedy Duncan, the rookie, number 45, and I was too slow coming up with my words, so I missed the rest of them. Nothing in this game will hurt my chance, Terrors, so... Yes, my football knowledge, I'm a football dork. I don't know if you remember the game show on MTV back in the late 90s called Beat the Geeks. I always said I should have gone on there, and either was my knowledge of football or my knowledge of WWF at the time, WWE now. I could have made some money, but sadly the game show didn't last long enough to get to my neck of the woods. So I bring my knowledge, my useless knowledge of football and especially NFL, to Sack to the Future. Terrors 89, who's joined us, he controls the Cowboys, the Browns, the Rams, and the Raiders. We will have at least 3 of those teams in the playoffs, maybe 4. I'm not sure if the Rams still have a chance or not, but for the 64, the playoffs should be starting here in the next couple of weeks. And you can find all the other 3 channels on my featured list. There is a run up the middle by Bill Perkins. Let's go, boys, bring it up. Terrors 89, Phantom Fighter, and John M. John M. actually currently lives in our hometown. Well, you know, I know it's not useless, but it's a good joke. Useless sports knowledge. Come on, set. It gets me too. When growing up way out there in the middle of nowhere, with all of our 70 residents in the little small town we grew up in, when you, me, and Brandon and Shane weren't out playing football or basketball or something, or we're taking our time getting the mail back to your father and going up and down every snowbank possible, I would read football books. I would read about the history of the NFL, dating all the way back to its roots in the Ohio League in the early 1900s, before officially forming a league in 1920 under the leadership of Papa Bear Hallis. And this time the pass is complete and a first down for the Saints, as we are still scoreless here at the end of the first quarter. And Sean Gallegos is back in the shotgun, a formation which wasn't popularly used in 1964, but as I said before, we are having to play with modern day rules and modern day schedules. We've reached the end of the first quarter. The score is 0-0 from San Diego's Balboa Stadium. Gallegos now in the pistol formation. He's going to hand it out to Perkins, and Perkins goes up the middle, pinballs his way up a couple before being brought down after picking up about 7 yards. No. In fact, I enjoy it. I love the communication. That's why I leave it on the screen. John N will take it off the screen so he doesn't see it. I love it. I love communicating with my viewers, both of you. I love being able to it helps bring out my, helps gets me through the hour broadcast, usually. There's the pass. Oh, he is, take two. He is popped up in over the middle, and the ball falls harmlessly incomplete to the field. It is now 2nd down and 10 for Gallegos as he goes under center. Brings a man in motion, and EA Sports, of course, sending the defender in motion first, because that's how football works. Gallegos spins around, does nothing, throws an incomplete pass, which is almost intercepted by Dick Westmoreland. And now Gallegos will go on the shotgun on 3rd down by himself, empty backfield, modern formation. He is back to pass. He throws over the middle. It's caught by big number 85. He's going to be short of the 1st down. And that is injured Jim Collier, who was one of the retirees. Was not able to make it in the end zone, and now he will go to the sideline with back spasms or something. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. But Jim Collier in real life played for the New York Giants and Washington Redskins, and his career ended after the '63 season. So here in Sack to the Future, he's had some bit of a rebirth. He was drafted by the Buffalo Bills in 1962, but signed with the New York Giants instead, so good for him that he got hurt. No, just kidding. 4th down and 5, and the field goal by Dean Winchester of Supernatural is good. It's 3-0 Saints, and the Hunter has kicked 3 points for the Saints. Oh, somebody played Words with Friends, so you'll have to forgive me for 57 points for the word junk. Holy cow. And a nice return up the middle by, Dick Westmoreland with 23 yards. I appreciate everything you do, Mr. World Changer. As I said, I'm going to help promote you. We are partners, just like we were back in 2nd and 3rd grade, or more importantly, just like the Fab 4 days, back out playing in the sandlot football and whooping up on everybody else in the school. And I would throw you and Wade Moore in passes for touchdowns, and you guys made me look good, especially that day when it was 20 below and I threw 7 touchdowns to you 3. The greatest sandlot football player in Petrova middle school history. And there is a completion. Haddle is 7 for 7 because the computer always completes their passes. He's now under center on 1st down and 10 as the Saints lead the game 3-0 here in the 2nd quarter. And the handoff goes to Keith Lincoln. And Lincoln is hit almost as hard as he will be in the real-life 1965 AFL Championship. And that guy has short sleeves for some reason. We're going to have to fix that. No, he wasn't hit as hard as Mike Stratton hit him. But it sure was pretty to look at. Nice form tackle by number 49. Can't see what the name is. Whitley looks like.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Got double tight.
Yes, BJ, it's been a long time. Thanks to Facebook and being able to reconnect with people. Same with Amy. I've found her. She sent me a friend request on Facebook about 4 years ago, and just her story is just an amazing journey. Of course, we're friends with her and her brother Brandon, and it's just an amazing journey. And if you get a chance to read her book or visit her webpage, it's just what she's been through as a mother. She's got 2 beautiful children, both one in the military and one in college now. You know, it's an amazing journey we've all been on. And that completion goes to number 89, and it is now 1st down and 10 for Hadel. Hadel in his 2nd season. There's the handoff to Lincoln. Nice juke move there, and Lincoln's going to get up near the 1st down. Hadel in his 3rd season out of Kansas. He was a Jayhawk. First one, a rare breed wearing number 21 at quarterback into the modern age of football.
Come on, fellas.
Man, I can't use that U for my word. Got a Q, but I can't use it. There's a completion. It's going to be a 1st down to Robinson. He caught the dumb screen pass earlier on. Hadel will drop back in the shotgun. Actually second down in inches now. And there's the handoff. Oh, it's going to be close. It is going to be close, and they're going to say third down in inches. Third down in inches. Hadel fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw. Toward the end zone. It's caught, and it's going to be a big collision down on the 2, but Lance Allworth, the steady hands of the future Hall of Famer, Bambi, makes the first and goal for the Superchargers. San Diego was one of the powerhouses of the early AFL days, appearing in almost every AFL championship before the Super Bowl era, only missing one, that being 62. They only won, however, in 1963. And we have a touchdown pass from Hadel to big number 38. That is the big fullback, Jacques McKinnon, the fourth-year player out of Colgate from up here in the upstate New York region. Jacques McKinnon with the touchdown. I can't take credit for all this knowledge too, BJ. I've got a roster from ProFootballReference.com open in front of me as I'm playing Words with Friends and watching the game, multitasking as best I can. I have no vowels, though. I don't know how I'm going to play this. 5-point word. And the extra point by Trevino is good. It's 7-3 San Diego. You're watching Sack the Future on the VinnyXWolf channel. I am VinnyXWolf. My channel, named after my father. Vinny, of course, my name, Vinny Vincent. The wolf comes from my father, the mighty black wolf, who lost his life tragically 2 years ago due to skin cancer, lung cancer. And so I dedicated my channel to him. It used to be known as VinnyX Vincent, and now it's the VinnyXWolf channel. And the memory of the mighty black wolf lives on here on my channel. He instilled in me a love of football. Love of pro wrestling. And he wasn't a big sports fan, but I brought to him a little bit of sports as he would attend my games and stuff. And Gallegos throws the passes. Ew, it's incomplete. The receiver thought he had it, but the incompletion, as he was hit helmet to helmet, which was not quite legal back then, but not called as often as now. Gallegos finds a wide open receiver this time. And it is Junker who is injured. Steve Junker. Junker in the trunker. Gallegos in the shotgun. Trailing 7-3. Under 2 minutes to go before half. He's back to pass. He's going to dump it. It's a high throw. He let his receiver out to dry, kind of like I did to Mr. World Changer back in the day when I threw the ball toward the wall. You did catch it, though. Caught the wall, too. Gallegos back to pass. Another high pass. He has no regard for his receivers whatsoever.
Here we go. Turn two stop.
Gallegos on 3rd and 10. Incomplete. Or actually, did he cut it? Yes, it is complete. He did complete it. Lucas on the sidelines, and it's a first down for the Saints with 1:34 to go. Well, I try. Hone my craft. A lot of my sense of humor comes from my father. Well, I didn't mean to throw the ball into the wall. It kind of got away from me. Oh, they're going to review this play. So let's see if we can't speed up the process here. Yep. It is a first down. The pass is complete. The referees congratulate each other. Probably I'm sucking off Tom Brady because he sits when he pees. First down and 10 now for Gallegos as he backs in the shotgun. Look at it. Oh, he's about to be hit. He throws. Misfires incomplete. He saw the footsteps of Earl Faison coming right at him, and he had to get rid of the ball early, quick, and in a hurry. Second down and 10 now for Gallegos. He's not been pressured too much in this game. This time he finds the receiver over the middle. And a tackle by Frank Bunkum. Third down and 3 for the Saints.
Let's go. 30 base. Man, I got you. Go.
Gallegos to throw. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be a first down. Let's talk about Sean Gallegos. He didn't last long in real life in the NFL. Played 1 season with the New York Jets. Actually, no. Oakland Raiders, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different retiree that's on the Panthers, I believe. He played 1 season with the Oakland Raiders. Was 18 of 35 for 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Now, Tears 89 controlled the Raiders at the time, but I do not remember Gallegos getting on the field. And how we work things because of the 10 semi-pro teams when guys screw. It's a fumble. It's a fumble and it's picked up by the Chargers. And the Chargers have stopped the drive as Speedy Duncan, the rookie, recovers the fumble. And with 47 seconds before half, the Chargers will take over. So when a player's career ended in real life, we just cut him. We go in. We force his retirement, whatever. We can't force his retirement, so to speak, so he is allowed to sign with these semi-pro teams, and that's why Gallegos is controlling the... Oh, we have an injury to Keith Lincoln. The man, Keith Lincoln, who passed away last year in real life. A lot of these Sack of the Future guys are leaving us, unfortunately, as we are over 50 years past, 56 years to be exact. But with the injury timeout, it stops the clock with 39 seconds to go, and Hadel in the shotgun. He's got time. He throws it toward the sideline, but it falls incomplete.
Here we go. 8-3. Single.
Yeah, look before you dive. I hear that, man. Oh. Of course, we shouldn't have been playing football near a brick wall, but, you know, what are you going to do?
You better be ready next time.
And there is a sack as Hadel goes down, and the sack by Lundquist. As he broke away, we can go ahead and skip ahead. We don't need to seal the reviews.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Okay, man. Well, we'll be here for about another half hour or so take care of your daughters. If not, have a good night. We have reached the end of the first half with the San Diego Chargers leading the New Orleans Saints 7-3 here from Balboa Stadium. And, 52 is walking kind of stiff-legged like he's been wrestling for 10 years. Let's go ahead and skip halftime. We don't need to see all this. And the kicker kicks it away. Winchester. It's going to be brought out by Westmoreland. He's up to the 30, where he'll be brought down to 31, and it will be first down and 10 for John Hadel and the Chargers. All that's left in Week 16 in Sack of the Future will be on the Phantom Fighter channel. I believe he said something about doing it tomorrow, and that is the Boston Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. And against all hope, I'm going to be rooting for the Dolphins just to finalize the Bills division. I know, I don't need it, Tears. I pretty much got it already, but, you know, I'm greedy. And you will be too, and it's the late 60s and early 70s, and your teams are loaded with, Hall of Famers and X Factors. There's the handoff. Lincoln back. No, this is not Lincoln. It is actually number. Yeah, it is Lincoln. Okay. Yeah, 22 is Lincoln. Okay, I thought I saw 23. That would be Paul Lowe. Lincoln back in the game, and he gets a couple yards. It's third down and 5. Hadel will drop back the pass. Throws it over the middle, and this one is complete. Oh, we're going to have a penalty. We're going to have a face mask on the Saints, and that will extend the drive for the Chargers and give them a first down. All right, just I don't know if this is real, because you never know with Facebook, but a tweet sent out by Jose Altuve. The Players Union should not accept the MLB's proposal for a shortened season. It's too dangerous. Reply by Aroldis Chapman, Yankees pitcher. Let's be real, Jose. However the MLB resumes, it's going to be dangerous for you. I got a 101-mile-per-hour fastball. I've been practicing on a scarecrow out back just for you. He's a little taller than you, but I'll adjust. Tick-tock, bitch. I can't wait till sports gets back up and running. NASCAR this weekend, UFC last weekend, WWE's been running. Let's bring baseball back. Let's get football going. Let's have some sports, even if fans can't be in the stands. It's time. This time, Paul Lowe, he is going to push the pile and get the first down. And on 3rd and 2, Paul Lowe comes in to get the much-needed yardage for the San Diego Chargers. I appreciate it, Mr. World Changer. That's mighty fine of you. I do that too when I'm watching the other guys play. I've been known to take my phone with me from room to room and do what I need to do. My wife makes me put a headphone in though, so she didn't want to hear it. Especially if Terrence is broadcasting. Alright, Terrence? Oh, goody. Second down and 9. And Hadel will drop back to throw. It's complete. Pinball action, and it is Pasurik with the first down reception. Don Norton. Sorry, Don Norton. I was thinking Dave Pasurik, but it was Don Norton. Hadel will hand off to Lincoln. And Lincoln will Gettysburg his way up a couple yards. Down to the 10, second down and 5. No backfield, or empty backfield for Hadel. Throwing, it's complete. Broken tackle. And first and goal for the Chargers. Nope, 3rd and inches. Keith Lincoln could not find the first down marker. Maybe he'll get a chance here. Hadel drops back like a bullet. Throws it in the end zone. Tiptoe action for the... No, out of bounds. Lance Alvis could not get the feet down. It was not looking like Super Bowl 5 when he did the tiptoe action for the touchdown against my Baltimore Colts. For Terror's Dallas Cowboys. So instead, Lincoln cannot go in for the score, and Trevino will add the field goal. It's 10-3, San Diego Chargers. 10-3 might be a good enough lead, though. San Diego's offense has not been explosive here in Sack and Future, but they're against the New Orleans Saints. I think I broadcast a showcase game earlier this season where the Vikings beat them like 45-0. The Saints, of course, a very poor semi-pro team. On the return for the Saints, he's outrunning his blockers because that's the smart thing to do. Always make sure you run past your blockers. Why are they even on the field? You don't need them. Oh, well, that's Leprechaun. That's why. That is the Leprechaun from the movie The Leprechaun. So he does things his own way. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't come up with any good puns, but yeah. Anyway, Gallegos in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. He goes over the middle. It's caught. He caught it. Gallegos 11 of 16 with his second down and 1. And that completion 9 yards. Oh, he had no chance. The corner blitz came off the middle, and standing right there is Graham. Graham pointing back at Gallegos. Kenny Graham, the rookie out of Washington State. Just came off the corner, nobody touched him, and then he had to stand there and make sure Gallegos saw it was him. Yeah, me neither, but when I was making the names for the Saints defense, I originally wanted to start off with serial killers and sinners, and so I used ones for movies as well. Gallegos completes that pass out to the flat, but it'll be 4th down as Dick Harris makes the tackle. Oops, lost my microphone. Hello. And the punt is away. Good night, Terrors, and we love you too. The move is made by Westmoreland to get away from the first blocker, the first tackler, Bethune. But trying to get away from the second one, Bethune was able to catch up to him and make the tackle. Gallegos comes back out on the field. He is 16 of 18, 160 yards and a touch. Trying to keep the Chargers in playoff positioning, but like I said, I think the Raiders and Chiefs and Broncos have done them in. They're in 4th place in the AFL Western Division. But in real life, they were the tops of the tops in the AFL West. Second down and 1 after the run through Lincoln. 9 yards picked up. Hadel in the shotgun. Puts it up. Oh! It's just a little too far for Allworth to come down with. Yeah, one of the things about EA Sports is they it's not a really in-depth creation process, but they do allow us to edit the names, the heights, the weights, the skin color, right hand, left hand, and the ratings, like, you know, how well they throw and all that. I do, and what they're wearing. They have a good amount of choice. It's not as in-depth as, say, 2K Sports with NBA. Like, we can't change the teams at all. Like, we would love to have just gotten rid of the Saints altogether until 68 when they came in the league, but we couldn't. So for the teams that didn't exist, for the real teams, we have to follow the real life roster moves. So like for instance in 1989, when the Dallas Cowboys trade away Herschel Walker, Tears 89, who runs the Cowboys, will have to do that. It has to happen. So for the teams that didn't exist, and in '64 there were 10, I started out with Easter eggs, and then any free agents I picked up were named of retirees. It's a fumble. It's a fumble, and it's still on the ground. Nobody wants to pick the pigskin up. This time that one of the Saints gets it, and the whistle blows, and it is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor on the fumble recovery, as he had the kryptonite needed to get the ball away from Hadel. That ball was on the ground for a good 10 seconds before Luthor was able to find it. Hadel was hit by Fields. Well, every year it gets a little better. Now we'll stick with Madden 20 for a couple of years, just because of how much work we do have to put into it. Especially with the ratings. Phantom Fighter, who does the ratings, and he does a fantastic job. And like I said, I use the example of Jim Brown. Hall of Fame running back Jim Brown was one of the hardest to take down. And when you play the Cleveland Browns and Tears 89 runs them, the one thing I definitely fear is Jim Brown. Now, he gets frustrated a lot of times because it's not perfect, and Jim Brown seems to get tired quickly in this game. And that pass is complete, and a little bit of a move, but he's not going to have enough for the first down. Gallegos facing a 3rd down and 5 now for the Saints. Judas Iscariot on that reception. Gallegos passing out. He's got a first down. Fumble. And the ball just sat there, and it is picked up by Earl Faison. Earl Faison, a big defensive end, wearing number 86. In his 4th year out of Indiana. Let's see who makes the hit. As Perkins cuts up the field, and he's hit by number 33. That is Graham, who had the big sack earlier, Kenny Graham, the former Husky. And it is a classic 1960 style hit. It would be called a penalty in real life. Oh, he's down. Perkins is down. If they review this, and it's a video game, so they probably won't. And they're not gonna. The Saints are gonna get screwed on the call. What else is new? The Saints in real life get screwed on every kind of call possible. This time, Keith Lincoln takes the ball up the middle a little bit. Picks up 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 for John Hadel. Hadel hands it off to Lincoln. Lincoln is going to pick his way for a couple more. The Chargers looking like they're playing a little bit of Vinny ball. And what Vinny ball is when I get the ball in a lead, I sit on it. I like to run as much time off the clock as possible and make the game real boring for my opponent. This pass is complete out in the left. Looks like it's Paul Lowe on the reception, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Jerry Robinson on the reception. And Silent Bob of the Jay and Silent Bob franchise makes the tackle. That would be Chronic, I believe, and Blunt Man and Chronic cartoons. If you follow the Clerks universe, the Clerks verse. So the punt is away on 4th and 3. He's taken up the 35-yard line, and the return man's going to get up to about the 44.
Keep playing hard.
Where that's Beal, Norm Beal, where Sean Gallegos will get the ball.
Down. 18 Gator. 55. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Empty backfield for Gallegos on 1st and 10. And if he's looking to throw, he's going to throw it out into a flat. It is caught. It's going to be close to the 1st down. We're going to give it to him. 1st and 10 inside San Diego territory. Gallegos has a man in the backfield with him. That's probably Perkins. Looking back to throw. Comes off the edge. He's got a man wide open down the field. He's down to the 26-yard line. Nice precision pass. Gallegos stood in there on the threat of the rush and found number 86 for the pass. Lions fan. No, I did not know that. Maybe I did, I just didn't remember it. Huh. Lions. How about that? Yep. We don't have, we have John M. runs the Lions right now, but it's a temporary thing. He's actually going to be taking over the Saints when they become real in 67. This time, hand off to Perkins. He tries to get away from the first tackler, but cannot get free. And that would be number 36, Dick Harris. Gallo goes from the shotgun, hands it off to Perkins again. This time Perkins busts his way up, rolls over the opponent, and he might have enough for the first down, depending on where they mark it. It is. He was on top of the tackler when he made the first down, first and goal. The Saints trying to tie this game up here late in the third quarter. No, in the fourth quarter now, 3:32 to go. Trying to make it interesting, trying to get the big upset. Gallegos hands it off to Perkins. Perkins up the middle, touchdown New Orleans. The Saints are in, and this is a huge, huge surprise, especially on the road here in San Diego. The Charger defense looking more like Swiss cheese than AFL defense at the time. And the extra point by Dean Winchester as he fought off the Demons to kick the ball through, and it is 10-10 with 3:24 to go in the game. Dick Westmoreland and Emil Karras complaining about who did what wrong on that play. Apparently Westmoreland is not happy with Karras. As we get set for the kickoff, Dean Winchester will use his supernatural ability to kick the ball away. Take it in the back of the end zone. Yeah, I'm a Bills fan. I suffer. I'm a Bills fan. Falcons are my second favorite team, so I've experienced some of the worst losses in NFL history in the Super Bowls between the Bills and Falcons. But, Barry Sanders, I completely understand that, man. I mean, there was like no other. One of the best of all time. This time the handoff goes to Lincoln, and Lincoln gets hit by the first man and taken down. They're going to give him 1 yard on the carry. It'll be second down and 9. Game is tied at 10. Cadle taking his time, though. Trying to make sure, Lex Luthor on the side. Trying to make sure this is the last drive. Stops the throw, throws over the middle, big completion. It is going to be a first down as Hadle is 18 of 21, 185 yards, and that is a completion and a first down up to the 47-yard line. For Don Norton, a 50-year player out of Iowa. Hawkeyed the ball in and got the first down. This should be the last play before the half, if they're smart. The handoff goes to Lincoln. Lincoln picks up, and it is the 2-minute warning with the game tied at 10 from sunny San Diego, California. Saints and Chargers coming down to the wire. The battle of future Drew Brees teams. Hadle is in the shotgun, no backfield. Looking to throw. Got the first down. First down is complete. I believe that's Lance Allworth as we go in the no huddle. Hadle looking to throw. He steps over right. He's going to get hit. He breaks away. He's still up. And this time he's going to be sacked again. Second time was the charm, and this time it's a huge loss for Lex Luthor as he got in there and missed the first sack, but able to get the second down and 22 for Hadle. Hadle looking, hopscotching around because EA Sports knows football. And Lex Luthor is going to get another sack, 2 in a row, and he's going to do a little bit of the river dance. We are under a minute to go, and it's third down and 33 for John Hadle and the San Diego Chargers, and that, folks, is why they're not going to be in the playoffs. They are struggling against a semi-pro defense. Chargers going to send a man in motion on third down and forever. Third down and a notch over the mile. And they're going to run it. For Paul Lowe, and that'll bring up fourth down, and the Saints will call timeout. Just a disastrous drive for John Hadle. Hadle will punt the ball away. Almost blocked. That was close to being blocked. Fair catch called for at the 21. So we are 29 seconds away from potential overtime. Norm Beal, not sure what he was doing with his hands there on the back of that Charger defense. Lex is playing like Superman. He is playing like he should have been in the NFL.
Ready, break.
Can Sean Gallegos pull this off with 29 seconds and 2 timeouts? Nope, they're going to go to the run. Bill Perkins takes the handoff, and looks like they're content to play for overtime. Just the animated AI of the EA Sports, not necessarily always that smart, but looks like they are going to play for overtime. Gallagher still not half the snap. The ball was going anyway. Perkins is hit by Big Cat Ernie Ladd. And we have reached overtime, folks, here in the showcase game on the VinnyXWolf channel. Some extra football for you. My name is Vinny Vincent. It is 10-10 Chargers and Saints here from San Diego, California's Balboa Stadium. And yeah, it may look like it's not Balboa Stadium. It may look like it's not really 1964, but just suspend your disbelief here on Sack to the Future. The Chargers have won the toss and will receive. Now, NFL overtime rules, in 1964 there was none, but in 2019, if the first team scores a field goal, the game continues on for some idiotic, stupid reason that the NFL owners thought was good. Any other score ends the game. Any score after the first possession ends the game. And Westmoreland takes the ball in the back of the end zone. And here comes John Hadel, who had a disastrous run-in with Lex Luthor, the super villain of Superman fame on the last series.
24 is the mark.
And back to pass again. This time he finds man wide open over the middle. It's Kasurik and a first down. Dave Kasurik, only his third reception for the big tight end. This is good enough for a first down in just the right possible moment. Dave Kasurik, in his 5th year, the Wisconsin Badger, had an unfortunate story in real life as he passed away on April 24, 2013 from Alzheimer's. Just a terrible, awful disease. As my family's being affected by it now. And oh, that pass! Oh my goodness! Allworth had it, but he was hit before he could complete a football move, and the ball hit the ground, second down and 10. Hadel looking to throw. He's got time. He throws it. It's caught. I believe that's Kasurik again. And they're getting deeper and deeper. That's an 8-yard gain. It will be 3rd down and 2. Yes, Kasurik's 4th reception as he's coming up big here in overtime for San Diego. Lex Luthor making the tackle, so even when he's not sacking the quarterback, he is everywhere on the field all at once. Clark Kent better beware.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Ready to go.
Oh, that should have been a defensive offsides and first down, but the Chargers did not snap the ball. Instead, they find
Come on, baby. Let's go.
the first down to wide receiver Don Norton. We do it when we have time. We try to get them done within a week or so. Right now, Phantom Fighter is very busy in this time of quarantine with his job, so he's trying to get in the games. Sometimes he'll do 2 games a night. He's the only one left. Again, you can find all our channels are linked on mine, on my profile, on my YouTube channel. He has 1 game left as he controls the hated Boston Patriots as they take on the not real Miami Dolphins. 2nd down and 1. Silent Bob makes the tackle. 3:20 to go before this game of ending the tie. Oh, it's intercepted. It's intercepted, and he's gone. He is gone, folks. What an interception and a pick 6 for the New Orleans Saints. They're going to get the huge upset on the San Diego Chargers. And with 3:09 to go, a 79-yard pick 6 for number 25 in the Saints. That would be Norm Beal. Norm Beal, a retiree, and let's look him up real quick here on the internet before the game is over. He played 1 season in real life in 1962 with the St. Louis Cardinals. He played in 7 games. He was a kick returner, had 16 returns for 394 yards in real life. Did not have any interceptions in real life. He passed away on August 30th at 2015 at the age of 75. And in Rocky Mount, Missouri. So in memory of the great Norm Beal out of the University of Missouri, he wins this game for the semi-pro New Orleans Saints, and they get the upset and officially knock the San Diego Chargers out of playoff competition. So if we do bring a game for them, if they have a game in Week 17 that we broadcast, it'll just be for fun. John Hadel had one of his worst games of the season, getting sacked on multiple times on a crucial drive, and then in overtime and driving for the win. There he is, number 21, throws the interception to Norm Beal, and the Saints get the win. Thanks for joining us on Sack to the Future. I'm Vinny Vincent for Terrors89, who joined us earlier, and for Mr. World Changer, who was with us the whole game, and of course the other shout out to Amy Nicole Tingle. Let's help people. Let's do good in this world. I'm Vinny Vincent. God bless America. And I got to use the right controller to end the broadcast, so let me try it again. God bless